The art of warfare.
Member uniform 67312095751 over.
Hello, this is DreamCap, and welcome to the 5th video in my series on the bare bones mission making in DCS World. For this video we're going to have a look at various objects that we can place out on the map, specifically the ones called static objects, how we place them, how we orient them, and we're going to have a look at unit templates and how that can facilitate your mission making. So we're going to go into the mission editor and open up the mission that we are working on. So for this one we're just going to go with a completely peaceful little thing. Over by this beach here I want to do a bit of an air show. So I'm going to have, say, a Ka-50 that flies along the coast like so. We want it, let's see here, we want it to be pretty low so they can see it, and we want it to be pretty slow, so like so, 50 meters up, 20 kilometers an hour, and fly like that. Good. Now, an air show is not an air show without an audience. So we want to create a crowd. And in the context of DCS, a crowd is actually a static object. So we'll click static object, we'll click the category, structures, and lo and behold, here we have an air show crowd. So we'll place an air show crowd there, and an air show crowd there, and an air show crowd there. And then they can stand and watch the helicopter as it flies by. Now, there is one problem with these, and that is the way they are oriented. They are actually looking directly due north at this point, which isn't exactly what was planned when we did this. So, what we're going to do is we're going to shift them so they look south. We can do this by either clicking this little arrow, or we can shift them by typing in the actual heading. We'll place them like so. Of course, we can also place other static objects. So instead of structures, we may want to place, say, let's see, we have, what do we have? Let's place a farm right there. And that should be really good. So let's save this, put it up, and go into the mission. And get into a slot so that we can move about, and pressing F12 like so, I can see that I have my little airshow crowd looking and being amazed at the marvels of flight. And I also have my farm building set up over here. And that's really pretty much it when it comes to static objects. Static objects, by their definition, are static. So they are not in they're not able to move. They can be used for various triggering. I'm not going to be going into that. But they can be, for instance, used if you want to set up a targeting a target range. For target practice, you can use static objects simply because if you put an ordinary unit there and you start shooting at it, it's gonna try and get away. It's gonna start moving about, and you may not want that. The final thing that I want to show is templates. Now, say for instance that you want to create an SA3 site on Sochi Air Base. So we have, we're going to take ground units, Russian, we're going to choose air defense, we're going to find SA3, there we are. We want a search radar, we want a tracking radar, and then we want a launcher, and another launcher, and another launcher. 3 launchers, I believe, was the thing we wanted. So, no, we don't want a waypoint. We want to shift these around. So let's put them in a structure like so. As you can see, this is not the very most efficient way of placing down an SA site. And even if I get this one correct, as soon as I'm going to start with a new one, I have to start all over again. It's going to be a bit of a hassle. So what I do instead is I mark this, I give it a good name so that I can find it then. So say SA3, and then I click over here in the left, create and modify templates. I see that the selected group here for create new template is SA3. I'm going to call it SA3 site and save template. And now I can use it up here in create group from template. I can say that, okay, Russia, I have a bunch of others created, so SA3 site, the one that I just created. And now I can go around and place these others all around. I can choose whichever orientation I want. And this I can use to create any kind of structure of units like this. What I need is, it has to be a group of ground units. It has to be of the same type. But as long as I have that, I can create whatever template I want and then use it throughout. I can also say that I want to place static objects in the same manner. Now I cannot do that directly. What I can do, however, is use a bunch of, say, soldiers or tanks or whatever, put them out, and then go after and place the buildings that I want. It's a bit more of a hassle, but I'm going to get very good alignment. And that really is about it when it comes to how to create templates and how to place units from templates and how to place various types of static objects on the map. And with that, I thank you for watching. I hope you find this useful. I look forward to seeing all your missions. And until next time, have a good day, a good night, a good, well, whatever.